G'day, James from Topargee. Hey, I just want to give you the heads up. I'm going to start doing a Q&A every month where I answer a couple questions, like 3 or 4 questions. But the most common question I get is, which gauge should I use? So I'll just give you a run through on a few of the gauges, the 3 that we have. We have the Bluetooth water gauge. So this is really good for the technivores who like to have an app for everything. And this will actually give you a blow by blow of how much water you've got left in your tank. And you can connect to multiple tanks. So you can have a front tank, a back tank, a rear tank, and it'll give you independent readings on each one. But it doesn't give you a flow per minute. It doesn't give you a flow as you're using it, so you don't get a live. You have to refresh the app, and then you pick the gauge, and it'll tell you which one you're looking at. Now for the simple solution, the surface mount. So with the surface mount, this is a 5-minute install, no apps to install. You simply cut the hose, install the sender, connect the gauge, and this one you can put in a cupboard or even out in the view where people can see it, and it runs off 2 AA batteries. This one here is really easy to use. If you want to know what your total is, you can either just turn the tap on, or you can push the display button and it'll say that you've got 65 litres left out of your 100-litre tank. And then when you refill your tank, you just hit reset and it'll take you back to the grand total of whatever your volume is, 100 litres, 200 litres, up to 99,999. Who has a tank that big? It's probably the flagship of the range. This is the flush mount. This one's got a beautiful backlit polarized screen, so you can put it on the deck of a boat, you can put it out in the open, and you'll be able to read it throughout the day or the night because it's backlit. Now, the caveat with that is it's 12 volts only. So you need to connect this to 12 volt, not 24 volt, not 18, not 16, but 12 volts. And then you'll have a beautiful backlit screen. It's also flush mounted. So what that means, it sits in your wall. So then it's flat and it always looks like it's been part of your installation in your van, your boat, your airplane, wherever you've got a water tank and you want to know what your volume is and what your capacity is and what you've got remaining. Flush mount. Now the question I also get is, how do I know how much I'm putting in my tank? So if you happen to go to a caravan park or anywhere where you're filling your water up and they say to you, look, we're not on town water, so you can't refill your tank to the top, which is the most common scenario with the water gauges, is you fill to the top, you hit reset, and you go back onto your trip and having fun. Whereas this one, if you go to that caravan park or wherever you fill up, and they say to you, we're not on town water, but you can only have 25 litres. How are you going to measure 25 litres? You can do it with this guy. This is a DigiFlow, and this will count what you're putting into your tank. You simply fit it on the end of your garden hose, turn the water on. Once you hit 25, turn the water off, and then you know you've just put 25 litres in your tank. Now, with any of the gauges, you can actually update the total. So instead of having it, if you've got 100 and you've got 55 litres left, you just put that 25 in, so you update your grand total to 75 litres. So then you can count down from there. But remember, once you fill up to the total again, reset your total back in the gauge to whatever your maximum capacity is. Thanks for listening, and I hope you enjoy watching the Q&As every month from James.